Good day guys, Kami here. Welcome to Langrisser 3.0 News from the future. So right, May have come to the end. Let's wave goodbye to May and say hello to June. And Kami got some exciting news to share with you guys. Not only are we getting 2 new characters from the reincarnation in June, we will be having 5 new 3C skills from old and new characters. Then we're gonna be introducing 2 more exclusive items for 2 characters. And finally, another new SR hero turn SP mode. So stay tuned with me on my upcoming videos. So right, on this video we will be showcasing part 1 out of 2 of this video, showcasing the first characters from the reincarnation faction, Christiane. So we will be looking at her talent, ability and skills, and bear with me guys, her ability and talent is very long and draggy. So right, you have been warned. And at the end of the video I will be showcasing a summary that I have written in my own understanding and thoughts to be shared with you, instead of just showing the direct or rough translations of the skill itself. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So we will be introducing Christiane, or which I would like to call Luvia in Saber armor. So right, here we go. Before we carry on, a very great thanks to information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile app 梦幻模拟战手游. So here we go. So right, talent of Christiane. So everything will be introducing at rank 6. So the talent will be the maiden's, the flower language of the maiden's night. So all damage taken will be reduced by 25%. At the start of battle, obtain 2 Cinder Petal. When you have Cinder Petal, damage taken will increase by 2%. It cannot be dispelled. If your Cinder Petal is 2 or below, when you take a death blow damage, you will not die and will survive. Then afterwards you'll recover your HP by 50%. This effect of revival can only be triggered once per battle. At the end of a turn, if you have loose or Cinder Petal, you obtain this effect. When counter attack against enemy, you will attack first, and your unit's damage will be increased by 20%. And afterward, you obtain a following flower language skills which cannot be dispelled nor immune. So right, before we carry on, we're gonna do a summarize first for this part, because like I said, it is very long and draggy for her skill. So right, number 1, all damage that Christiane will be taking will be reduced by 25%. Number 2, at the start of battle, she will have 2 Cinder Petal counter or charges on herself, and this will cause her to take increase in damage by 2%. Number 3, this cannot be dispelled. Number 4, if Christiane's Cinder Petal counter or charges is 2 or below, when she takes a death blow, she will not die, and instead she will be revived with a HP recovery back to 50% of her max HP. Number 5, this effects can only be triggered once per battle. Number 6, at the end of a turn, if Christiane loses all Cinder Petal counters or charges, she'll obtain this effect. When battling with enemy, Christiane will counterattack and strike first. Then number 7, the damage that units deal will be increased by 20%. Number 8, afterwards she will obtain the following flower language skills below. And this effect cannot be dispelled nor immune. So right, we have summarized for so far at this part, and now we will be going through on what the effects does this flower language contains. It do not just contain 1, 2, but 4 effects. So yep, okay. So the flower language effect will trigger when conditions are met with. When none of the following conditions are met, you will obtain flower language violet. All stats aside from HP will increase by 5%. Okay, number 2, when allies, female characters are 1 or above, you will obtain this flower language Lily or Yuri. The effect will be increase all stats aside from HP by 5%. Then obtain a global command skill. All female heroes on the field will have their defense and magic defense increased by 5%. Number 3, flower language roast. When all male allies are 1 or greater, aside from HP, all stats increase by 5%. When being attacked, before being attacked by enemy, will deal on self 0.5 times fixed damage magic defense as fixed damage against enemy. Number 4, flower language Higanjima. I gotta apologize, I do not get the English name yet. However, at the end of the video that I do a summarize is you'll get the proper translation, because I can't really remember the name right now. So just bear with me, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it Higanjima, Higanjima, Higanhana, or the flowers from the other side. So when your ally is 0, this skills will trigger. Aside from HP, all stats increase by 5%. When being attacked and gone into battle, increase damage by 10%. After battle, recover HP by 20%. So apparently, I gotta say, all 4 of the flower language skills are great. They have their own benefits, but of course, violet is not the best, and you will easily get violet, I guess, because when both male and female characters are equal, you will just get stats increment by 5%. But if you are playing a full female or a full heroine team, heroine team, not heroine, my bad, heroine team, you'll use the violet, you'll get the flower language Lily or Yuri, and not only will you increase stats increment by 5% aside from HP, you get a global command aura that will allow all heroine defense and magic defense to increase by 5%. Not too shabby. Well, and on contrary, for the male side, dealing a fixed damage of 0.5 times based on magic defense, well, it depends on the enemy you're fighting. If all of them have, badge accessories immune to fixed damage, it might not be useful. Then for the last one, flower on the other side, Higanhana, I think is the more, well, it's the better skills, but it's a last resort, because when your allies on the field are 0, basically everyone is dead. You increase, aside from HP, 5% stats, and before being attacked in the battle, your damage will increase by 10%, and after battle, recover 20% of your max HP. So apparently, the conditions, I would say, is not too hard to be made with. So it depends, and yup, it's definitely very long and draggy. And as for her faction, finally, so she's from the Reincarnation faction, the Empire faction, and the Princess Alliance. So wow. And the great news for you guys for 3C is the Super Princess faction buff. So coming to the path, original path, a normal swordsman or warrior. So okay, I will just try my best to quickly go through all old skills and only recap and summarize on important new skills. So first, Justice, physical attack a single enemy, deal 1.5 times battle damage. Before battle, obtain Saint Guard or Holy Guard effect, use 1.6 times magic defense as a replacement for your attack, and can counter attack 2 squares or tiles range attack. This effect will last for 2 turns. So basically it's a skill that Emilia have. And then Holy Shield, the second skill is a passive. Before going to battle, increase magic defense by 10%. Okay, so the first path line, the Royal Shield Guard line. So first path, second class, Saint Defense or Saint Guard is a passive, will take in all damage or attacks for your allies or 1 square or tiles beside Christiane. Active skills, it will cause the guard range to increase to 2 squares or tiles and obtain Holy Guard effect. Use 1.6 times magic defense to replace attack, can counter attack 2 squares or tiles range attack, lasts for 2 turns. So nothing specials. Alright. The first path, third class, Royal Shield Guard. So the first skill is defense command. All allies who are 2 squares or tiles around Christiane will have their defense increased by 10%. Okay, then there's a new skill. I'm gonna call it Paddle Fall for now. And just note that it might be changed at the end of the notes that you guys will be you'll be looking at. Okay, so number 1 is a passive skill. So, it's a global skill. In fact, for every unit that die on the field, remove a layer of cinder paddle. When being attacked into close combat and during battle, damage taken will be reduced by 5% and damage dealt will be increased by 10%. If the target enemy HP is below 100%, this effect will be increased by double, and meaning damage taken will be reduced by 10% and damage dealt will be increased by 20%. So let us re-summarize again. It's a passive skill. So number 1, for every unit that dies on the field, remove 1 cinder paddle from Christiane. Number 2, when being attacked in close combat during battle, damage taken will be reduced by 5%. Damage dealt will be increased by 10%. Number 3, if the target who attacked the HP is below 100%, the above effect will be double, and that means instead of damage reduction of 5% and damage dealt to enemy increased by 10%, everything will be slightly changed. It will become damage reduction by 10% and damage dealt increased by 20%. So okay, gotta say, so I guess she's gonna be the next or new Landis, but from the reincarnation side. Okay, so the Royal Knights or Royal Cavalry line. So this is a second path, second class, break attack. So this will be the knight or cavalry leader. So passive skills. Before battle, 50% chance to cause enemies attack and intelligence to decrease by 20%. Lasts for a turn. Alright, old skill, nothing special. So alright, third class, Royal Cavalry or Royal Knight. So magic defense command. So it's a command aura. Allies who are 2 squares or tiles around Christiane will have their magic defense increased by 15%. So alright, moving on to the second skill, which is a new exclusive skill thus far for Christiane. So I'm going to call it Flower Terrain or Flower Territory for now. So it has a couple of options for you to choose. So it's a active skills. Select it and choose the following one skill. Number 1 is Flower Coat. It's a support skill. Use it and target an ally. It will be effective on female heroes or heroine only. Remove a layer of Cinder Petal from Christiane and you will cause target to obtain Flower Coat. The effect of Flower Coat will be the next time they receive an AoE damage, the damage taken will be reduced by 35% and it cannot be dispelled. So right, let us summarize again. So it's a support skill. Number 1, cast it on a female hero or heroine. Remove a layer of Cinder Petal from Christiane. Number 3, it will cause target to obtain Flower Coat. Number 4, the next time the target receives an AoE damage, the damage will reduce by 35%. And number 5, it cannot be dispelled. So I gotta say it's very strong with all those skills that written as unable to be dispelled. Oh my god. And the second skill, which I'm gonna call it Thousand Spree for now. Okay, support skill, it's an active skills, and again targets on a female hero or heroine. Remove a layer of Cinder Petal from Christiane and cause target to obtain the skill Thousand Spree. At the end of the turn, if the target hero did not do any damage, they will deal to their surrounding one ring or circle to all enemies around them and will take 0.1 times physical AoE damage. It will last for 2 turns and cannot be dispelled. So let us re-summarize again. So it's a support skills, target a female. Number 1, target a female heroine. Number 2, remove a layer of Cinder Petal from Christiane. Number 3, it cause ally to obtain Thousand Spree. Number 4, at the end of turn, if the target heroine did not do any damage to enemy or do any damage, then at the end of turn they will do 1 ring or circle of AoE damage to enemy based on 0.1 times their physical attack. Number 5, this effect will last for 2 turns. And number 6, this skill is not dispellable. Then at the end it mentions if you use any of the following skills above using either options, the cooldown of Flower Territory will become 1 turn. Oh, this is very long, man, for Christiane. So too much thing or stuff to remember. I gotta say she is strong, but definitely not my choice of hero to use. There's too much things to remember, especially about the Cinder Petal. So stay tuned until when I do the demo play version when she comes out. So okay, apparently she has a third path, the general path. And okay, it's again a new skill. So apparently she's only have a second class. It's a Lancer class. So the name will be, well, either gonna call it Blossom Battle Formation or Flower Blossom Formation. So okay, it's a passive skill, and it's a global passive. If the whole field has 3 or more allies, they will obtain a global command. Sorry, they will obtain a command skill. All allies who are 2 squares or tiles around them will receive lesser crit chance by 20%, and damage received from range attack will be reduced by 10%. And if the whole of field there are 2 or more female hero or heroine, they'll obtain this command skill that 2 squares or tiles around them, all allies magic damage taken will be reduced by 15%. So wow, this is quite a lot of effects. So let's recap and re-summarize. So number 1, at the whole of field, if there are 3 or more other allies, they'll obtain a command skills where the effect will be all allies who are 2 squares or tiles around them, chance of being crit will be reduced by 20%. Number 3, all range damage taken will be reduced by 10%. Number 4, if the whole field has 2 or more other female heroine, they will obtain this attack command where the effect is 2 squares or tiles or allies magic damage taken will be reduced by 15%. Wow, this is definitely too much to remember and take into my brain. I guess I might choose Suzetto or Suzetti over Christiane, I gotta say. But I gotta admit, she is definitely one of the stronger hero, because look at her 3C. So okay, her 3C skill is a super princess faction buff, and I'm gonna call it Blossoming Elegance for now. Okay, the name might change at the end of the video when I did my full summarizations. And just for you guys know, the video that I do now and my summarization of the whole content are done at 2 different times. So apologize if you found it a bit weird. So right, let's get back to the 3C. So it contains as a passive and an active skills. Okay, number 1 is gonna be more straightforward, and it's a very cool skills. Everyone's gonna like it. Number 1, it's a passive skills. Christiane will take in all attack for allies. Number 2, immune to unable to receive buff effects. So yeah, basically she is immune to unable to receive buff effects. So when she casts her 3C skills, she's definitely going to be one of the characters to get her buff. So okay, moving on to her faction buff effect. Faction buff. Increase gut skills range to 2 squares or tiles. Number 2, increase your attack command range by 1 ring or 1 circle. And number 3, she'll obtain high status holy god or high level holy god effect, where you use 1.6 times magic defense to replace as attack and can counter attack 2 squares or tiles range attack. And number 3 will cause all Princess Alliance allies to have their offensive and defensive stats to increase. Number 4, for every heroine on the field when they go into battle or combat, damage deal will be increased by 3% for each heroine. And the maximum this damage will increase will be capped at 18%. And this whole effect will last for 4 turns. And high level holy god effect cannot be dispelled. So look at it, how cool is it? So basically she will be a super tanker where she can ignore that enemy players will be dispelling her, well, the buff or her buff skills that she received. So she'll still be able to enjoy the benefit of using 1.6 times magic defense as attack. So right, let us re-summarize again. Number 1, increase guard range by 2 squares or tiles. Number 2, increase your command skills range by 1 ring or circle. So okay, the increase a greater range. Number 3, obtain high level holy god effect, which will use 1.6 times magic defense to replace attack. Number 3, able to counter attack 2 squares or tiles range attack. Number 4 is a faction buff, so it will increase all Princess Alliance allies, increase their offensive and defensive stats greatly. Number 5, for every heroine on the field before going to battle, their damage will be increased by at least 3% to a maximum of 18%. Number 6, this effect will last for 4 turns. Number 7, high level holy god effect cannot be dispelled. So wow, look at it, how great it is. Like I said, but it's kind of too much for the brain to absorb just for one character alone. But well, it's like basically they just throw in a PlayStation, a Nintendo Switch, a PSP, maybe Xbox, and a PC dumped into one whole characters, and voila, it's definitely great, but too much to absorb. So right, we have come to the end of the video, and remember to like and subscribe my videos. For anything, kindly write down on the comment sections below. Thank you guys for your support, and stay tuned to the end because we will be showing you guys the summary that I've done for all the skills on Christiane. So we will see you guys on the next video featuring Suzette. Okay, goodbye and watch till the end. This is Kami. See you guys.